Think saving is impossible? Here's what millionaires do differently. If you've ever stared at your bank account and wondered how on earth you're supposed to save money when every cent seems spoken for, you're not alone. Most people think saving is for those who already have extra cash lying around. But the truth is, the path to financial freedom doesn't start when you have money. It starts right where you are, even if you're broke. Today, we're breaking down 7 powerful saving strategies that actually work, no matter how tight your budget might be. These aren't just tips, they're the exact habits and mindsets that millionaires use to build their wealth from the ground up. Ready to break free from the paycheck to paycheck cycle? Listen closely, because one of these strategies might just change your life. Let's dive into the first strategy, the 50-30-20 rule. At first glance, this rule might sound like just another budgeting formula, but behind these numbers lies a mindset shift that turns financial stress into financial control. Here's how it works. You divide your after-tax income into 3 buckets. 50% goes to your needs. Think rent, groceries, and bills. 30% is for your wants, the things that make life enjoyable, like eating out or streaming subscriptions. Finally, 20% is set aside for savings and debt repayment. Now you might be thinking, I barely have enough to cover my needs. How can I possibly save 20%? That's the pain point, isn't it? But here's the secret. The 50-30-20 rule isn't about strict perfection. It's about awareness. When you consciously break down where every dollar is going, you reclaim power over your money. Even if you start by saving just 5%, the act of prioritizing savings, no matter how small, sets off a ripple effect. Over time, those small percentages add up. Millionaires didn't start by saving thousands. They started with what they had and built from there. The rule gives you a roadmap, but more importantly, it forces you to face your numbers honestly. And that's the first step toward change. Strategy 2. The cash envelope method. If you've ever wondered where your money disappears each month, this method will open your eyes. Here's how it works. You take out cash for specific categories, groceries, entertainment, gas, and put each category's cash into its own envelope. When the envelope is empty, you stop spending for that category until the next month. Why is this so powerful? Because swiping a card is painless, but handing over physical cash makes you think twice. The pain point here is real. It's the feeling of your money slipping through your fingers, but that discomfort is exactly what helps you break bad spending habits. Suddenly, you're forced to prioritize. Is that latte really worth the last $5 in your envelope? Millionaires know that awareness is everything. When you see and feel your money leaving your hands, you become intentional. And that intentionality is what transforms broke spenders into disciplined savers. Let's move to strategy 3. Automation. If you're honest with yourself, how often have you promised to save at the end of the month, only to find there's nothing left? The hardest part of saving isn't knowing what to do. It's actually doing it. That's where automation becomes your secret weapon. Set up your bank account to automatically transfer a set amount into savings each time you get paid, even if it's just $10. Why? Because when saving becomes automatic, it's no longer negotiable. It's not a decision you have to make every month. It just happens. Millionaires automate everything they can. They know that willpower fades, but systems don't. If you wait until you feel ready to save, you'll never do it. But if you automate, you're building wealth on autopilot. The pain here is the fear of not having enough. But think about it this way. If you can survive without that $10 this month, you can survive without it next month. And soon, you'll have a real cushion, maybe for the first time in your life. Automation takes saving out of your hands so you can't sabotage yourself. Strategy 4. The no-spend challenge. If you're feeling stuck, drowning in expenses, and convinced there's nothing left to cut, this challenge is your wake-up call. Pick a week or a whole month where you commit to spending nothing outside of absolute essentials. No takeout, no coffee runs, no impulse buys. The pain here is immediate. You feel deprived. You notice just how often you reach for your wallet out of habit, boredom, or stress. But within that discomfort is a revelation. Most of our spending isn't about need, it's about emotion. Millionaires know how to delay gratification. They understand that short-term sacrifice leads to long-term gain. By resetting your habits with a no-spend challenge, you prove to yourself that you have control, not your impulses. And that realization is profoundly empowering. Let's talk about strategy 5. Paying yourself first. Here's a hard truth. If you wait to save what's left over, there will never be anything left over. Millionaires treat savings as a bill. Non-negotiable, unavoidable, due every single month. Before you pay rent, before you buy groceries, before you do anything, you set aside a set amount for your savings. The pain point is real. If your budget is already tight, this feels impossible. But here's the shift. When you pay yourself first, you force yourself to live on what remains. It's uncomfortable at first, but it's also incredibly effective. Over time, you learn to make do, and your savings start to grow. Remember, it's not about the amount. It's about the principle. Even $5 is a start. Millionaires build wealth because they put themselves first. They make saving a priority, not an afterthought. Strategy 6. Side hustle and windfall wins. If your income barely covers your expenses, saving feels like a luxury you can't afford. But what if you could earn just a little more? Millionaires think in terms of opportunity. They look for ways to increase their income, not just cut expenses. Whether it's freelancing, driving for a rideshare service, or selling unused items online, every extra dollar can go straight into savings. The pain here is exhaustion. You're already working hard. How can you do more? But remember, this isn't forever. Even a temporary side hustle can give your savings a jump start. And when you get unexpected money, a bonus, a tax refund, a birthday gift, don't let it disappear into your regular spending. Millionaires treat windfalls as opportunities to accelerate their goals. By directing side hustle income and windfalls straight into savings, you bypass lifestyle inflation and build a cushion faster than you thought possible. Finally, strategy 7. Track every dollar. If you've ever reached the end of the month and wondered where your money went, you're not alone. Most people don't have a spending problem, they have an awareness problem. Millionaires track their money obsessively. They know exactly what comes in and what goes out. The pain point is the effort. Tracking feels tedious, time-consuming, even a little scary. But here's the truth. What you measure, you can change. Use an app, a spreadsheet, or even a notebook. Just start writing it down. When you see the numbers in black and white, you can't ignore them. You start to see patterns, identify leaks, and make conscious choices. Millionaires don't leave their wealth to chance, and neither should you. Let's recap. The 50-30-20 rule gives you a clear structure. The cash envelope method forces real-world accountability. Automation makes saving effortless. The no-spend challenge disrupts bad habits. Paying yourself first prioritizes your future. Side hustles and windfall wins boost your momentum. And tracking every dollar shines a light on your true financial picture. But here's the big secret. Every one of these strategies is rooted in mindset, not math. The difference between those who stay broke and those who become millionaires isn't just income, it's intention. Millionaires see saving as an act of self-respect, a way to build choices, freedom, and security. They know that every dollar saved is a vote for their future self. If you're feeling overwhelmed, like saving is just too hard, remember this. Every journey starts with a single step. You don't need a six-figure salary to start. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin. Pick one strategy, just one, and commit to it for the next 30 days. Watch what happens. You might be amazed at how quickly your mindset shifts, your habits change, and your savings grow. If this resonated with you, if you're ready to take control of your financial future, don't keep this to yourself. Hit that subscribe button to join the Raidspire community, where we break down real strategies for real people, every single. Leave a comment below with the strategy you're going to try first. And if you know someone who needs a little hope and a plan for their money, share this video with them. Remember, you're not alone. Your future self is cheering you on. Start today, and let's build the life you deserve, together.